Hey everybody, Disney Crazy
Hi.
Family here. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, we do a lot of Disney pin related content. We are sharing with you today some pins that we got on our trip from Disney World. Trip at Disney World? You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We were there for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, the first one of the season. And a pin event. We were supposed to go to a couple of them, but we made it to the first one. These pins that are on this board, we actually traded at hotels and inside the Magic Kingdom because that's the only park we got to go to on this trip. So we are going to share with you a little bit, share some stories. A couple of these are scrappers. We will point those out to you and how to tell you, or how to
you
tell.
know they are scrappers.
Correct. So the hotels we went to were Coronado Springs. We went to the Wilderness Lodge.
We went to Coronado Springs towards the end of the evening after all the RSP and everything was pretty much over, and everybody was just trading at that point. We went because in the past, after a pin event, they would have open pin trading.
Yes.
And we went thinking perhaps,
they would do that.
Yeah. So we asked if they had open pin trading, and they said no, so we just turned around and left.
Yeah.
We looked at their pin boards, and that was it.
Yep. So basically, we actually had really good luck at Coronado Springs. There were a ton of YouTubers there. We saw...
Oh, yeah.
We didn't actually get a chance to talk to anybody because they were all busy trading and talking amongst themselves. Mm-hmm. But we saw Val from Singer Family Adventures. We saw Melly Mel. We saw the taller half of WDW Aristocrats. That's who we saw there at Coronado Springs, but
right.
We didn't actually get a chance to talk to anybody. Okay, at Coronado Springs, at the gift shop that they had a board and one of those mystery pick a number, pick a number, pick a number. And at the pick a number boards, it's like 1 through 24, 1 through 25. You have the option of picking 2 numbers per person, and you can choose whether or not to keep the pin that is pulled out of the box, or
either accept a trade or deny the trade.
Deny a trade.
Yeah.
We tried to accept as many trades as we possibly could because number one, we want to get rid of scrappers out of the boxes and off the boards.
Yeah.
Number two, we had an excess number of pins with us in which we wanted to make sure that good traders were out amongst the crowds. Number three, it's always good to try to
create good karma.
Yeah, good karma, which we had a lot of good karma on this trip. So our first one, we picked this lunchbox, Peter Pan. We did find a couple on this trip. The next one is a Disneyland Paris Olaf that we pulled off a board at Coronado. We're not 100% sure that this is a real pin.
Yeah, there's a small question about it, but...
we only question this one because, number one, the pin itself is a little curved, which means that there is a high probability this pin is fake.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, you don't really see a whole bunch of Disneyland Paris pins on the boards in general.
Right.
Those are something you would normally see traded at an event themselves. And the back looks very interesting, but when I compare it to one of the Disneyland Paris pins that I know I've traded for in person or from a good source, it looks very similar. So I'm on the fence about this one. We're probably going to keep it for the time being, but we just want to make sure you guys know that there is a possibility it could be real. So,
or a possibility it could be a fake.
Yep, that's true. Very cute.
Yeah, but the point is, the ones that we know are fake, we bent posts immediately
and threw them in the recycling.
Yes. So they're not back out in circulation. Anything that we traded for, and we well knew that they were that we replaced them with good quality authentic pins, That's just better the experience for somebody else.
Yeah, and sometimes we actually brought home a couple of scrappers to show you
Right.
what the difference is between a good pin and a not so good pin.
And a good idea when you're looking at these boards, if you've come across the board and you see something, you've looked at the whole board, there's nothing on there that you like. Okay, great. You move on to the next board. You're seeing the exact same pin over and over, and sometimes you're seeing it 2 or 3 times on a board. That's highly likely it is a fake.
Yeah.
Highly likely.
Sad but true.
Right.
The next one is this Donald Vinylmation. This one definitely 1,000,000% is a fake. Vinylmations should be glossy. They should have a thickness to them that this one absolutely does not.
Oh.
And there should be higher nubs on the back. I don't know if y'all can tell.
Let's see if I can help that out here.
The nubs should be thicker and higher.
What appear to be 2 little black dots on the side of the posts are the nubs that we are talking about. And you can feel them normally. And these I can feel, however, they should be more predominant. This is hardly...
And that is something you would only know after trading for the pin. If you saw this on the board, number one, don't feel the pins on the board, okay? That's just, it's not good pin trading etiquette to do that.
In this day and age, you just don't want to go around touching everything you see, okay? I'm just going to put it out there. Just don't touch everything.
And then, of course, we decided to get 2 other fakes off the boards because, one, these are really, really cute, and we wish they were...
I saw them. I thought they were cute.
We wish they were real 100%.
Yeah, I can't resist Merida with that big hair and that little bitty body, and it just makes me laugh. And this is one of those Shanghai replicas.
Shanghai and Hong Kong are the 2 most frequently faked pins out there because, number one, they come from countries that have the resources to fake pins. Not saying that all pins from these countries are fake, it's just that there happen to be a lot of counterfeits.
Yeah. They're the first ones to get the non-Disney quality pins.
Correct.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I did want to point out that this does have a clear border around the pin, which means it did not come off a complete Mickey waffle sheet. It was actually dyed, casted that way. So it was stamped, cut off. It's a fake.
And looking at it on the front, the hair is too orange. It's like a neon orange. It should be more of like a natural red or a natural orange color. And then those are very cute. Oh, also there's like a little fuzzy line.
Right.
That's another really good indicator that something is fake.
And the prints here, we can tell the enamel is sunken in, and then you see the outline of the cast. So he is not completely filled.
Yep, another bad fake. We did get more fakes off of the boards. However, we just threw those away. These 4, Olaf may be real. So maybe these 3, Donald, Merida, and this Prince. These were the only ones that we brought home knowingly as examples to share with you what not to get from the boards.
And this, once again, is a Shanghai Disneyland or Disney Resort pin. So, and it just feels wrong. I don't know how else to explain it. It just completely feels totally wrong.
And the rest of these, we were fortunate enough to get off of boards just by seeing them, or we answered some trivia.
Yeah.
We did a little bit of
cast member trading.
Yeah, the mystery boxes. One really good tip. If you are at a box or at a board and you see something on the board that you know or have a really good feeling that it is real, ask the cast member what pin they would like to trade for from your traders. I cannot tell you how many times we gave good karma, or we received good karma, because we made a cast member's day.
Yeah, towards the end of one particular trading day, this cast member, and there was a clear sign, and we didn't see it when they told us where the board was, because we do ask where, if they have a pin board. And they say, yes, it's over in this direction, or over here in this area. So we walked over, we asked the lady, we did have some pins to purchase. So we purchased some pins. We asked her about it. She said, yes, let me get through my line and then I'll be happy to assist you. Well, we walk over and she did point us in the direction where it was at. We look at it and there's a sign on the board and it said pin trading from such hour to such hour. Well, when we first got there, it was before the hour of closing, but by the time we actually got to the board, it was like 2 or 3 minutes before they should actually take the board and put it in the back for the evening, which I believe was like 8 o'clock, something like that. So we decided we're going to get out of the way of everyone else who was trying to purchase merchandise and wait over closer to where the board was. We did have our pin folios out, so it was no question that why we were there, hanging out at this one particular area all by itself. And there was a cast member who came over. She was not the most friendly or approachable person, I will say. For a cast member, it's unusual to have a bit of attitude if you're not in character. But anyway, and without asking why we were there or anything, she just kind of slams the board in front of us. I say slam. She placed the board in front of us. It was not that rude as I'm making it sound, but it was, you could tell she was put off that she would have to do this. And so there was nothing really on this board. I just chose two. I just said, okay, I would like to trade for this and this. I can't even remember what it was.
They were scrappers.
Yeah, 100% scrappers. But I was like, you know what? We're going to leave some good pins on this board. We're going to take 2 off, get rid of them, get them off circulation. So then I make my choice. She sets them down for me. And I let her know. I open up my pin folio, turn it towards her and said, okay, well, I would like for you to go ahead and choose what you would like to see on your board. And she was just put off and surprised by that. And she says, you're kidding. I was like, no, I'm not. She goes, it doesn't matter. She goes, I'm not into pin collecting. I don't know anything about pins. She was actually kind of new to the position as well. So it was a whole new experience. And she said she'd never seen that before. So she went back and she decided to knock on the back office door and called someone else forward and stated that, they told the other cast member, they want me to choose pins. I don't know anything about them. So can you make the choices? And then we got to talking with this other cast member. She was really into pin collecting. She started looking at the pin boards and she goes, it doesn't matter. You go ahead and choose. You give us the 2 that you want. I was like, no. It is more fun for us when we do this kind of thing, just pulling scrappers off boards and leaving good pins, that the cast members choose what they like. And I think it makes their day so much more
pleasant.
Yeah.
And the second lady was a pin trader. Like, she had been pin trading for I think 5 or 6 years now.
Yeah.
She was really into it. She got to go to the pin event that was at Epcot.
That
and
was
she got
awesome.
to see all the previews. Got to hear stories from that. And I was like, oh.
And the first thing she said was, are you kidding? And we were like, no, we're
Yeah,
not kidding.
she was very surprised.
And then we let her know if she didn't find anything off of my Pinfolio, that her book was also available to look through to find something.
And it turns out we had some the gods. Y'all have seen
the Hercules pins.
There we
Yeah.
go. She was actually trying to complete that set. We had the pin that she needed to complete the set.
We had 2 of them that she
two?
needed.
Okay.
Yeah. To complete her set.
And
she grabbed those immediately.
Yeah, she was so happy. And those were for her.
Yeah.
We gave them to her. Like she hadn't chosen anything for the board yet.
Right.
And
she picked one more, and I couldn't remember what it was, but she did pick a 3rd pin.
And then another cast member came over who was brand new. She was in the college Disney program.
Yeah.
And she was like brand spanking new to pins. It was her first week there. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so new to pin trading. This is so amazing. And I told that young lady to pick some pins off of my board if she liked anything. Because I was like, hey, go ahead. I mean, these are our traders. You are more than welcome to help yourself. And she picked like 3 or 4 pins off of my book as well. And then
we still ended up having them pick 2 pins for the trade that I pulled off of their board to put back onto the board. Because they said, no, I pulled these. And I was like, no, you didn't pull. Those are for you.
Yeah.
So now you pull for the board to replace the 2 pins that we just pulled. So, it was...
And the hotel manager was there.
Yes.
She was about to say something to us.
Yeah.
And
she did ask us if we were staying on resort property. And
we were not.
Unfortunately, at this point, we had not... This trip, we did not choose resort property. We weren't there primarily for Disney. We were there primarily to trade. But anyway...
But it was a nice little event. And the original lady that we talked to about, or we approached about pin trading, just had the time of her life.
Yes.
So she was super excited.
We did end up giving her a pin.
And it was her first pin.
Yes, ever.
We
asked who her character, her favorite character was. And unfortunately, we didn't have her favorite character. But she did mention she liked something else. Oh, Chewbacca. Chewbacca was her...
she was the Chewbacca lady?
She was Chewbacca.
Okay.
And we didn't have one. But I did have another Star Wars pin.
Yeah, so we gave that to her. Everybody was super happy, super nice.
Yes. So the little grumpy lady turned out to be...
She was so sweet.
Yes. A very nice lady. Because it did make her night, and it ended on a great note.
And honestly, the night she was having, we were in the gift shop for like 5 minutes, and there were some people.
Yes, I understand it, and I think it just kind of made her day. So,
like, remember, people are human. Cast members are human.
Exactly, and they have to put up with a lot of us.
A lot.
Exactly. Not to mention
children.
Yes. And the many times that they have to go put away this item that your child grabbed from 6 aisles down that you decide to plop right here.
Breakable things and all the questions and the... Remember manners, okay? Next time you go to Disney.
And always ask, may I see your pin board?
Yeah, don't demand it.
Right.
That's not cool.
Right.
That's not the Disney spirit.
Right. And it kind of turns them off. So I can kind of see where they come off sometimes. A bit gruff or not interested in whether you want to trade or not. I can kind of feel that.
And that was like the 3rd or 4th place we had hotel hopped at this day. So the one prior to...
Was it Contemporary?
Okay, so first day we were at Coronado. We shared that story already.
We went to Contemporary.
Wait. We're going out of order here.
Oh.
Okay, so...
I can't even remember the order.
We went to...
You're much better
second day, we went to Fort Wilderness.
Oh, yeah.
We went to...
But from Fort Wilderness, we went to Contemporary because they were close, right? They caught the same bus.
We went to Contemporary on Sunday. That lady was nice at the Contemporary as well.
Oh,
Fort
Both
Wilderness.
of them. There were 2 ladies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Real nice.
Yep. And one lady, oh gosh, where was she? The older lady that picked for her, was it grandchild?
Her daughter.
Her daughter.
Okay, so story time.
Oh,
More
my goodness.
stories. Okay, so the first night we were at Disney, or the only night we were at Disney for the Mickey's Not So Scary, I met a lovely lady named Cindy who was working the party. Cindy is an older lady. I don't know if you or your daughter are watching right now because we gave everybody a card that we possibly could. But Cindy, it was so nice to meet you, ma'am. You are so lovely. Cindy was working one of the stores or food carts in the Magic Kingdom that I had personally went to go pin trade at. I think it was actually for this Tiny Kingdom.
I believe it was.
So that would have been in Frontierland, near the trading outpost, which happened to be closed. Wish we would have known that sooner, but anyway, that's another story. So I took forever on the board that had this Tiny Kingdom pin because, number one, I didn't see the Tiny Kingdom until you pointed it out. And then two, I was like, oh, okay. So I guess that's the only thing on this board. So I traded for the Tiny Kingdom. And Cindy, she kind of, typically the older generations see a lot of stuff at Walt Disney World. They don't get appreciated as much as they should. And I could tell Cindy was having a bit of a night. And I wanted to make it better, so I asked her if she would like to choose. I explained to her the whole situation, that it's much more fun and much more pleasant for me as the guest to have her choose which pins she would like to trade for. And she was so sweet. Like, after that, her whole disposition changed. She was so nice, so happy. And she was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. You made my day. And then
she said she was going to send those to her daughter.
Yeah, it was really, no, that was the second, what you're talking about is the second time we met Cindy.
Oh, yeah.
Because so that first encounter was on Friday.
Right.
And the second encounter with Cindy was on Sunday. We had gone hotel hopping.
Yep.
And we were at All Star Music or All Star Sports, one of those two. We went into the gift shop, and I actually recognized Cindy.
Right.
I asked her,
were you at
the party on Friday? And she's like, yes, I was. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, then I traded with you at Frontierland. I asked you to choose then as well. And she's like, oh my God, you're right. You were so nice. It's so nice to meet you and see you again. And I was like, oh, well, really nice to see you again, ma'am. So I made her choose another couple of pins for her, for the trade that was going to go on. And it turned out that she had so much fun choosing the first time, she actually chose some pins for her daughter, who is a chef.
Yeah.
And she was going to visit the week after we were gone.
She chose a Remy pin, didn't she?
Yeah, I think Remy, we didn't have too many food pins, but we had enough to where we could give them to Cindy.
Mm-hmm.
And Cindy was like, oh my gosh, you really don't have to, give me these. You're so sweet. My daughter's going to love these. She's a pastry chef. This is so fantastic. And there was an older gentleman with her working the same store, and we asked him to choose as well. And he lit up like a kid on Christmas. They were so
I
cute.
can't remember what he chose. Yeah, but he immediately went to the other counter to go get backs because we had run out of backs.
Yeah, and
because we don't have
any.
them, right? Because we use the Pinfolio sheets. But that was adorable. He immediately put it on his lanyard.
And Cindy and this older gentleman were friends, so they got a kick out of choosing the pins for themselves.
Really cute.
And Cindy was like, you are so sweet. Thank you so much. And I really hope they enjoyed all the pins. They were so cute. Oh, and it was the gentleman's first pin too.
Yep, that is adorable.
Yep, we were so excited to give them pins.
Okay, what next? Let's go on to these pins.
Okay.
This one here, Bug's Life.
Bug's Life. This was Coronado. This was a mystery box that you had pulled.
Yes.
Along with this one? Was it the Musketeers? Mm-hmm. Okay. We already talked about this one, Tiny Kingdom. It was Frontierland at the party. This was a party find.
Hyacinth Hippo.
Maurice was from...
Tsum Tsum Maurice.
I think he was from Fort Wilderness, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he was. He was at that special gift shop where I posted a picture of those Chip and Dale headbands on Instagram. If you don't follow us, you should. It's awesome. These two, actually 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4. These were on a cone outside of the ferry dock.
Yes,
like you're
to
heading
catch the ferry boat.
Yeah, you're heading towards the Magic Kingdom. It was a young kid. He was part of the college program, and 2 young kids.
Yes,
both part of the college program, and they had no idea what pin trading was.
Right.
So we had to educate them.
Yeah, he actually said, "I don't know anything about pins."
Yeah, he was like, I asked him to choose because I wanted these 2 pins. And he was like, "Oh my God, dude, I need you to come over here and help me choose."
Yeah, he got his other cast member to come help him.
And they were so excited to look at all the pins. They were like, "Oh my gosh, these are all your traders." And we were like, "Yeah, this is nothing. Like we're here for a pin trading event." So
we're here to trade.
So
and
these
I picked
were really
these 2
cool.
off.
Yeah,
I like those a lot.
This one is a loungefly, this popsicle. So you can trade loungeflies in the park. We actually found several loungeflies on the boards. So I'm like, yes, score. People are listening to the channel. Gamora. Gamora. I think she was a board trade.
She was on a Mickey board.
Pretty certain.
How about the Beast?
The Beast, the Castle, and this other Beauty and the Beast one. This was actually at the Contemporary, the Fantasia gift shop.
Yes.
So 2 of these, there was a young lady there from England. I want to say the UK because she had a British accent, but I can't be certain. She was actually trading all of these. One of these was on the board. What happened was we went into the Fantasia shop, didn't see anything the first time. There's a lovely older lady managing the pin board. We looked, we didn't see anything. So I stepped back and I heard the lady who was trading these pins say, "Oh, I'd love to trade. May I see the pin board?" I saw her actually put down this Beast pin. So I went back in line because nobody was in there. And I was like, "Hello again, may I see the pin board?" So the lovely older lady whipped out the pin board again. I traded for this pin, the Beast. And then the lady who had traded this pin onto the board was like, "Oh, I have more from this set. Do you want to look?"
She had actually purchased more of the mystery set.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, this is why these 2 came about.
Very cool. So I was like, sure, I would love to trade. So
she was trying to complete the set.
We moved over a little bit so we didn't block the pin board. And she actually didn't see anything from my traders for both of the 2 pins she had available. So she chose one from my pin board and one from your pin board. So we ended up getting all 3 of these. We did give her a card. So ma'am, if you're at home and you're watching this, hello, thank you so much. Please leave a comment down below. What
and
next?
If you're ever looking for loungefly pins,
let us know.
Yep.
Yeah, we would be more than happy to trade with you.
Absolutely.
Okay, that covers those 3.
How about the shoe? The high heel shoe.
I found that on a board, but I cannot remember which hotel it was from. You found this one on a board. This is the Sultan in Tsum Tsum form. We found these these 2 in a mystery box at Coronado Springs. That was awesome. That was epic. You pulled this one, and then I immediately pulled this one out of a mystery box. We had some good juju. This one was also a mystery box at Coronado Springs. This one?
Yes.
I think this was also a mystery box, but not at Coronado. I think it was a different hotel that we went to on the same day.
Was it Pop Century?
Oh, you know what? This might have been like the gift shop, not... They had like 3 gift shops at Coronado that we went to. Maybe 2.
Because some had them in treasure boxes. Where did we go where they had the treasure boxes versus the pin boards? They had the Mickey head boards, and then they also had treasure boxes.
A treasure box was at Caribbean Beach. We did go there the second day, I think.
Yes.
Sunday.
Yes.
But I don't know if we pulled that one off.
And this is where we met Amy.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Amy, you were so cute. If you're watching, you were adorable. Amy was adorable. Amy knew nothing about pin trading, and she was so excited she got to choose some pins from our collection that we were trading. We talked for like half an hour with Amy.
Yeah, and she actually took us inside the resort and gave us a little tour and pointed us to 2 other trading boards. Yes.
No, 3. Because there was one inside the gift shop. There's one over there by food services where you could pay for your meal if you were staying at Coronado. And then there's a treasure chest over
to the left right?
By check-in.
Yep.
So, Amy, you were very informational because I think the last time we went, we only went to 2 of those spots.
Yes, and the big board was not out this time. She said it comes out at magical times, and it just wasn't at that point. It wasn't
our lucky day for the big board. But
they had put it up already.
We made some excellent trades there. So, if you follow us on Instagram, you would know that we did some trivia. It was horse related. We pulled that out of our rear ends because there was one question on there I did not know.
And they were sweet enough to give us a clue.
We got most of the questions right without.
We got them all right except for the one.
We went to the gift shop. The gift shop had a pin board. Was it just a pin board?
They had 2 pin boards, a treasure chest.
The gift shop?
Oh wait. No, they had a treasure chest
at the gift shop.
Yes.
The only treasure chest I remember is at guest relations where you check in. Because that gentleman was like, "Oh, this is the first time I pulled this out today."
Oh, that's right, and he set it on the counter.
Yeah. And then we asked him to choose as well, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, so nice." And that's where I think you got the board?
Yes, it's where I got the board.
Okay.
So did they have a mystery at the gift shop?
No, I'm pretty sure it was just a...
Mickey head?
Yeah, Mickey head.
Huh.
Okay, so there's like different levels of pin trading. There's the Mickey pin boards, there are the mystery ones, and then there are...
I liked it when they had the make it, take it on the mystery boxes that are labeled number 1 through 24. I thought that was just awesome. You know what? It's a gamble. You take your risk, your own risk when you go to that mystery box. I enjoyed that a lot.
And the cast members that we encountered, they're like, "Oh, you don't have to take it, or you can keep looking until you find one that you want."
And I'm like, no, that's
not the point.
No, then you might as well just have them on a Mickey head.
Not
Mickey headboard.
Point.
To me, it's like, okay, these are, and in all fairness, okay, I can see why they do it, because those 2 are loaded with scrappers. A lot of times they are loaded with scrappers. A lot of times they're the same ones you just saw on a Mickey pin board.
But you know what? The more educated you are about pin trading, the more you are more than likely to be encouraged to put real pins on
You would
the board.
hope, but I don't know. Not everybody thinks like we do. But anyway, I liked it if they would take those boxes, regardless. I like it if you go to those mystery boxes, number 1 through 24, it is a make it, take it situation. I like it. Or straight up, answer trivia. You pick 2 numbers. 1 through 24. 12 and say 7. Okay, number 7 has a trivia question. You answer it correctly, you have the option of looking at it and making a trade. or you don't. If it's trivia related. If it's a no trivia, it's a straight up make it take it. I think that would be awesome.
Interesting perspective. Okay, so we went to the gift shop. They had trivia in which we got 2 Rice Krispie treats. They were delicious. There was an older lady there who we asked to choose. She knew nothing about pins. And then there was a younger lady who, I don't think she was quite DCP, but she was young enough to kind of have a feeling of what pins were. Also,
I believe one was a shift manager or lead, and the others were
the shift,
straight up
the
cast
shift
members.
manager was the one who gave us the Rice Krispies.
Yes, for answering the trivia.
But everybody involved had a good time picking and looking at all the pins and stuff. And they're like, oh my gosh, these are all your traders? And we're like, yes, they are.
Because they kept on saying over and over, no, you just pick 2. You just pick. And we're like, no. It is so much more fun for us. I guarantee you. It's just like in a regular pin trade. You find out, you ask them questions. What are your favorite characters? And then you know if you have it in your book or not, or you go through and you go, here you go. Yeah, just give them a pin.
And
it brightens up their day. And they're just like, are you kidding?
Everybody had fun.
Yeah.
Everybody had fun.
It makes it so much more fun to let them choose. Make them a bigger part of the pin trading other than the hassle sometimes it has become.
Okay, we did our business in the gift shop, and then we were advised by Amy that there was another pin spot at the register for the luncheon area.
Yes.
Bless the child that was there. She did not look like she was having a good day. I came over and I was like, hi, may I look at your pin board? Because you could visibly see it
on her face. She was done for the day.
Yeah.
She had it.
And you could see the pin board. She was younger than me.
Yes.
And she was just like, I hate the world at this point.
She looked like
she was ready to go home.
Yeah.
So I saw these 2 pins. Daisy, which is a limited release. Super awesome. It's from the Zodiac series of last year, or this year. It's been a while. And then Fred, my man Fred. Oh my God, I love Fred so much. I was like, hey, may I trade for these 2 pins? She did not know what Fred was from.
Yeah.
I had to tell her what Fred was from, and I was like, you need to go watch it. It came out the same year as Frozen. That's why nobody knows what he's from. Big Hero 6 is awesome. Go watch it.
It is definitely an underrated movie.
I hope she watched it when she got home, because after I asked her to choose the pins, she got super excited. We had a good chat. And I really, really hope she went to watch Big Hero 6. It was a good movie. It was a good day. She turned happy after my encounter with her. So I hope she's doing better.
Yeah, just spread a little love, little joy. You know, they spend so much time spreading the magic and having it drilled into them to spread the magic to the guests. We get a big kick.
The guest is not always right, let me tell you.
No, not always, unfortunately, because people take advantage of that.
Hospitality has turned.
I don't know. To be a good guest, you must also, to be a good host, you also have to learn to be a good guest. And vice versa. Be a good guest, you be a good host. So,
I think one of the coolest finds that we discovered, I think this was on a board.
Yeah.
But this is the Hades bow tie. I'm pretty sure.
Real.
Yeah, we are 99% sure this is a real one. These are heavily faked in all sorts of eBay lots. Don't buy eBay lots.
No, stay away from eBay lots.
Don't do it. There are many more wonderful opportunities for you to purchase authentic pins to put on the boards.
Yeah.
But this is amazing. This was probably one of the coolest finds we found on a pin board. We are so excited to have this in our collection. This is amazing.
Because we've had the fakes before.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, just spread a little of your own Disney magic on some cast members. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't cost you to pay it back. I mean, come on.
Every cast member we talked to that we asked them to pick a pin was so happy after our encounter.
And shocked.
Yeah. Like we I don't know.
And it was kind of fun. Some of it thinking, and we, ask why they picked a certain pin.
Yeah.
And some were like, oh, well, this is because it's pirates and, we're in...
or that was my first ride ever that I had to work at.
Interesting stories.
Yeah.
Or some were like, oh, my daughter likes this ride. Or this is who we are. This is the land we're in.
Yeah. Or this is my favorite ride. Or I'm missing this one from that set.
Yeah.
It was just so awesome. And we gave out a ton of pins.
Yes.
From cast members to people who were brand new to pins.
And we did explain to them about Loungefly, because that one...
Yeah. We met a little girl in Frontierland. We were in line to get some candy. She saw our pin books and was like, oh, Mommy, those are so cool. Mommy, those are awesome. And we asked her what her favorite character was. And we happened to have some Stitch pins, and we asked her to choose one of the Stitch pins. She unknowingly was about to receive a pin from us. So, once we gave it to her, she was like, that is so nice. The family was just like, you guys are so nice. Are you sure? That's so awesome of you.
And she kept on saying, well, I don't have any pins.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no, it's a gift. And so at the end, we told her that it was a Loungefly pin. And Loungefly is not readily available in the UK.
And so she kind of felt like that was a more special gift or a more special aspect of the pin that she was given. And it's just another thing to brighten somebody's day. It makes you feel good. It makes the recipient feel great. Just... spread the magic.
Spread it around. I know cast members get tired all day long of exceeding guest expectations, and it's hard to uphold that. You could see it on some of their faces. It was just like towards the end of the night, and we're still out there resort hopping, asking for pin boards. Yeah, so, give it back a little. It didn't cost us anything, and we had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and we got some great pins. This one. I like this guy.
Don't remember where we found him, but...
I don't either. I want to say it was a Mickey head pin board.
Yeah, I think I found him on a board. Fort Wilderness, maybe.
It could have been. I have no idea.
Yeah, I think it was, because I traded a Haunted Mansion pin, and the young lady who was working there was so excited that she got to pick a pin.
Oh, and then... and we were taking the buses, okay? We were taking transportation, Disney transportation around at the resorts and everything. There was this cute little family. What was it? It was the grandfather, I believe, was somehow either an engineer or something to do with the parks. Because the son kept on referencing to him, and we were trying not to eavesdrop, but it's kind of hard not to eavesdrop because,
Plus they're loud.
Yeah. Saying, oh, Dad, I thought you said this was blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure the elderly gentleman was an engineer for the company, a Disney Imagineer, and then they were going around enjoying the parks and whatnot. This was from Fort Wilderness back to Disney Springs.
Yes.
And the little boy, he was like 3.
3. The cutest little guy. Oh my gosh.
This was like an old man inside of a tiny, tiny young body. He was just so cute. His mannerisms were adorable.
I could not get enough of him. And we were getting such a good kick out of him. I leaned over and asked his mother what his favorite character was. And she said, well, at the moment, because, 3 years old, that changes every day. She said, it's Mickey. And we had tons of Mickey pins. We gave him was it a 2020?
Yeah, I think we gave him a dated pin.
Yeah, it was a 2020 Mickey. And it was those color block ones.
Yeah, it was the mystery set for 2020.
Yes.
And it was like the newer style of Mickey.
Yes, from the new drawing, like the Mickey's Runaway Railway cartoon style. Yeah. And so I pulled it off. We put a Mickey pin back on it. And I leaned over and I said, well, this is for him. I said, I don't know if you want to hold it for him or, give it to him now or later or whatever. But we left it up for her. And she immediately showed him and gave it to him. And he just could not get enough of that pin. He immediately showed it off. It was so cool. He put it on his hat. And then he didn't like it in that spot, so he moved it again on his hat. And he didn't like it on that spot. And then he ended up putting it on his tank top. And he was just showing it off like it was a badge of honor. And it was just so cute.
He was so cute.
Yeah, it was just adorable. It made us smile the whole ride there.
Yeah, he was well-mannered.
Yes.
The family kept saying thank you so much. It was cute.
He was adorable. We never got his name.
No.
Never got his name.
But we did give them a card. So if y'all are watching,
yes,
you guys were awesome.
Yes. And your little young man was a thrill.
He was so cute.
He was. And it always gets me. I'm a sucker for Gingies. Okay? He was just a little strawberry blonde.
So adorable.
Yes. Very cute little guy. Anyhow. That's the resort hopping, and these are the results of the pins that we found. I'm sure we gave away much more than we received.
Yeah, and to be fair, out of the 3 scrappers, out of all the pins that we brought home, and we only brought back 3 scrappers, that's pretty good. And we purposely brought these back to show you the difference between real and fake pins.
Right. The other scrappers, like we said, we destroyed.
Yeah, we recycled them.
Yeah, we bent the posts and we just threw them back in the recycling.
And then these are going to go back in recycling as well. So,
I'll probably make magnets out of them or something.
So really here, it's like 30 pins out of maybe 2 days worth of trading and resort hopping. Like, we didn't have to fight anybody. People were real nice. However, we didn't actually trade much with anybody who was trading. Like, nobody was interacting except for that one lady at the Contemporary.
No. Don't you remember when we stopped at Wilderness over by the stables? There was that girl and her family. I didn't want to be a creeper, but I went over to her and I immediately saw her lanyard and her pins.
No, she was a creeper about it. Yeah, she scared the crap out of that kid.
That poor young lady. I was just like, anyway.
She was a teenager. They were waiting for the bus as well.
Yeah.
You kind of like, hey, can I see your pens?
No, I did not.
Yes, she was.
I did not.
Trust me, you had to be there.
Oh, gosh. I went over, I saw her pins, and she was kind of looking down, not really interacting with her family, so I don't know if she was just having a moment.
Contemplating life.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just said, are you collecting or are you pin trading? And she just kind of looked at me.
Yeah, she was scared.
That's when she grabbed her lanyard and held it out.
Instant fear.
Yeah, and she's like, somebody, I think it was her mom.
We took a look at the pins.
Yeah.
We were like, so which ones are for trade if you're trading anything? And she looked at
and
our
I immediately
traders.
shoved my book in her face and said, do you see anything you would like?
Yeah, I think I don't know.
Oh, we gave her mom a pin.
I don't know if we actually traded, but I know we gave out pins to the family.
We gave her mom a pin that she was, she had the pink hair. Her mom had pink hair.
I don't know. I'm still processing the scared look on that kid's face. I feel so bad for that kid.
I'm a harmless creeper when it comes.
They were nice. After we were like, hey, you want to trade pins? It was almost like the, you want to buy a watch type situation.
Hey kid, You know, the
Good
guy
thing
in the
it was
back alley.
daylight. Jeez.
Yeah.
We could have been harmed in the making of that pin trade.
Oh,
But they were
my
so
gosh.
nice.
Yeah, everybody was nice.
I think I traded this one.
You know what? I think you're right.
Because I don't remember any of these
everything
other
else came off
ones.
of a board. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that one came off of came out of a box.
That one and this one came out of the same section. I'm pretty sure
I think it was that one. Yep. Because that came off of a starter set.
But yeah, they had nice pins.
Yeah.
So if you're watching, I'm sorry that she was being creepy. I'm sorry
funny.
she scared you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Well, anyway,
I think that's everything for
this is almost a 40-minute video.
I'm glad you could stay and listen to the amazing stories we had to share. We have a very large pin trading haul from our event, so hopefully that will be a shorter video. I doubt it because
I doubt
it's
it.
over 100 pins. It's like close to 200, okay?
Yeah.
So,
This will have to be edited way down.
No, I'm pretty sure we're going to leave it like this. Because the
Anyway.
stories were fun.
Bottom line, be kind.
Let the cast members choose, okay?
Yeah, it makes their day. So, I
That's
mean,
the
if you
moral of
can.
the
I know
story.
you go in with the plan of, oh, I want to give this one for that one. And there's nothing wrong with that. Do you? But, you know, if you want to change it up and see the reactions on other people's faces, yeah, it's
good
let them
karma.
choose. Yeah,
Good karma. And you can tell people which ones are not for trade.
exactly.
There's
exactly.
nothing against that.
Yeah, we didn't have quite room, and I had to tell people, I think I had just traded for this one, and I think 2 others. And I had to tell them, well, these 3 pins down here are not for trade because I just got those. And
Yeah,
they were like, oh, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
So they're more than willing to look at something else. So not a big deal. All right.
What's your favorite pin of the video today? Please let us know down in the comments what tip or trick that you enjoyed hearing from us. And
What was your favorite story?
it better be the one where we creeped out the kid.
No,
Yeah, that better be it.
I was not a creeper. Anyway, all love, all pin love, all good, all good.
Okay.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.